great spiritual space, you have to leave your body. You don't have to leave your body, you don't have to leave your body. You can have a high expression of love and a high expression of living in that body that you're sitting in right now. We get to, as we are ascending, be more open-minded. I'm looking at some of my own beliefs as I say, they say, what would Jesus do? They say, live more like, Christ consciousness, whatever the case may be. Be more like, creator. So I'm looking at some of my beliefs that are probably anti-creator and seeing, this is giving me an opportunity to grow. This is giving me an opportunity to expand past, some petty stuff, some pettiness. Now, I will admit, there have been times in the moment where, being petty felt fun, but it's not real. What's real is just allowing ourselves to surrender to spirit and choosing to say, okay, there's this body of knowledge. I may not know it all, or I may not know how to be, but I'm ready. I'm seeking. And that's what this time is for too. So many people are seeking a closer, deeper connection. And you can have that when you give yourself permission, when you say, I can ascend past these little ideas, this little self, the small home or community I live in, and I can go big in my consciousness. I can go higher in my knowingness of spirit. And I can do that. First of all, it's happening here. So as I'm choosing to ascend, I'm choosing to be beyond the daily, they did this, they did that. Let me talk bad about this person. Let me talk bad about that person. That's not what good living is really about. Ascending is about going high. Yes. Being in that high state of, even when they hurt you, you recognize they really can't hurt you. No matter what they do, they can't hurt you. You who have never been harmed. You, the essence of you, the soul of you. You're greater than any experience that happens on this earth. So as I'm leaning into my ascension, I'm feeling all types of weird and different things. Like I can feel my crown energy. From my crown, I can feel different energies and certain vibrations in my body. And I'm not crazy, because some things out here would have us to believe, oh, you're crazy if you feel things tingling in your body. No, I'm in tune. I'm aware. And so now I'm going to pay attention to what all of that is about. So I'm feeling these different things, and it's causing me to just look at how I'm living, what I believe, what more can I express in terms of allowing the fullness of my being to be. So, some people say ascension, some people call it spiritual awakening. Ultimately, like I said, it's about deeper connection. It's about allowing your intuition to lead you and guide you. It's about having more compassion. It's about paying attention to your emotionally sensitive self and noticing other people. It's like when I'm seeing people now, I'm not just like, I see this person. Yeah, they might be male, female. I that which we think we deserve. So I'm not saying I don't deserve an instant ascension. What I'm saying is I know I'm working through accepting it all because it's new to me. And because it's new to me, it's a little bit, maybe unfamiliar. Even though I'm willing to accept what it is. So I know I deserve this full ascension. And I'm going to take it day by day, moment by moment, week by week. When I say moment by moment, like that's real. Because I can find myself just totally in tune, knowing all of good, knowing all of God, knowing spirit. And then for whatever reason, just let myself get sucked out into some false ideas. I'm seeking this hallelujah, the fullness, hallelujah, the allness, hallelujah, the calling out in recognition of my spirit as the all of presence. So we're ascending. We're ascending. So where in your life are you noticing some miraculous things, some miracles, some joyful things? Because you're not the same person you were last week. You're not the same person you were a month ago. You're not even the same person you were yesterday. If you are allowing yourself to be right in tune, right in alignment with spirit, and you're accepting your growth and your development, then it's constant. It's constant. It's a quickening. It's a quickening. Even though it may not be instant, we are forever, forever, forever changed. We are forever moving. We're forever evolving. That's what ascending is about. We're evolving. We're not staying the same. We have so much more to give in our involvement than when we played small. I used to have those little miniature characters. Like, you remember they used to give Happy Meals and they would give you like the little toys or whatever? They started to keep those on my work desk, but they could never give in the Happy Meal the size of what we really are, okay? I don't think anybody could because we're bigger and grander and larger than the universe. So as you're seeing things happen in your world, as you're choosing to ascend, as you're choosing to become more spiritually aware, spiritually awake, what's happening for you? Are you more in tune with your family and people around you? Are you deadening anything? And I don't know why this has come on the screen. I need to get this off. Because I can't. All right, get off my screen. Get off my screen. So we're about crumbling illusions. And so, let me think of some illusions that I have had. We have illusions of poverty. We have illusions of bad health. We have illusions of, it's just bad. They're going to get us, they're going to get me. We have illusions of everything and everybody being separate. So all of that is fun. That's not real. We can have our feelings about it, but, I'm sorry. We can have our feelings about it, and ultimately, we're getting rid of it. It's kind of sort of, remember they used to say, dust it off. So dust off the illusions. Dust off the false ideas. Dust off all those things that aren't helping you to remember your gifts, your talents. Remember, you're rising. You're coming above the fray. You're coming above all the talk and the minutia, and you're standing in your greatness. You're standing in your highly evolved, because that's how God sees you. God sees you as beautiful. God sees and knows you. It's just elegance and warmth and luxuriance and opulence. God sees you as pure, magnanimous magnificence. So we're ascending to remember all of this. We're ascending in our daily life to be all that Spirit has intended for us to be. And many of us, we have a natural desire for that. Like I've been saying, I'm really seeking to pay attention to all the energies that are around me, Because once I allowed myself to go to a certain space, a certain elevation, I can't put myself back in the bottom. It's kind of sort of like once you know that there's a better way to do something, once you know there's a better way to treat somebody, once you know there's more ways that you can show yourself love, it's harder to go back to degradation. I mean, it just really is. I'm thinking about now, because I had said, we can only have what we believe we deserve. We can only have what we feel we're worth. Okay, so I know of a situation, I'm not going to say his names, but I know there are some people right now, I'm going to call them college students. And these college students at this particular college, they came from all over the world, all right? And so for some people, this experience, they may never have left home. They may have, they might live, in what's deemed middle class, lower class, upper class. They may live in more rural areas. And so now that they've gotten into this space where they have to share space with others, there might be some discord. There are some of us, we only grew up with, you can have meat once a week because our people could not afford it. There are some people, they don't have, I'm going to say, bathrooms with, flushing toilets. And that's in a lot of countries around this world. It's still happening. So then when people get to experience things that are more than what they're used to, there might be a little bit of, I deserve this? I can have this? Because I wasn't able to have it or experience it before. But my whole point in telling this story is when new things come to you, where you can grow, where you can have more than what you thought you could, lean into it. Surrender to it. Allow it. Say, you know what? I can try this new food. Maybe I can eat meat more than once a week or whatever. Now, for some people who are plant-based, they're like, I don't want to eat no meat no way. But maybe you'll have that high protein, those really good vegetables. Or if you're the person coming from somewhere else, and you're learning how to use new things, you kind of pay attention to the landscape and say, okay, I can get with this. I can accept this. See, everything in our ascension is about us being able to accept that we deserve a good life, that we can accept, that we can aspire to things, and those things are real. They're not just some lofty idea. They're real things that we can have. So we don't want to put ourselves back in the bottle, with, I can only have, this or that, or I can only have the job that makes this much money a year. Ooh, praise God, I let that idea go. Because, you was like, and then you found out, when you thought you could only get this, there were other people that are making more than you. Part of that, I had to ascend. I had to remember my worth and be like, hey, I'm worth X amount as well, And now in this space too of adding on, working for myself in addition to, also working with other people, I see things as infinite. And when I tell you God is infinitely taking care of me, when I tell you I am just ascending beyond all things that don't help me. Now, there are some good old faithfuls that you are allowed to hold on to. Even in us moving higher, even in us going above, even in us having more of a spiritual awakening, maybe your good old faithful is that prayer that you say at night before you go to bed. Maybe it's that affirmation that you just say, I trust God. I trust God. Maybe you've been holding on to that, and that helps you and serves you, from day to day to week. So yeah, it's alright to have a good old faithful, habit or a good old faithful knowing that's supporting you as you're rising higher and leaving behind things that don't serve you. Like maybe if you were, a formerly just angry and pissed off person all the time, and now what's the point? What does it do? Does it make you feel good? Does it make anybody else think you like, ooh, I punched them real good. I mean, it goes away. It doesn't matter. So it's about allowing ourselves to expand and ascend in ease, not like resisting. Anytime we get an opportunity and it seems uncomfortable and we're being, like our buttons are being pressed, ooh, that's an opportunity for growth. That is an opportunity for us to grow. That's an opportunity for us to expand our consciousness. So yeah. To me, in my ascension, it's like every day I'm just calling on Spirit to, hold me, love me, and I'm trusting that as I'm moving in and through, I already know everything's okay. Now my material ego mind, sometimes I have to say, hey, come on, get with it, get with it. But my soul knows. My soul absolutely knows that right where I am, everything is okay. That how I am is good. That God loves me, infinitely. And every member of my family and all that type of stuff. So as we're moving through this spiritual awakening, for your personal self, what illusions are you willing to crumble? What false ideas are you really saying, what? Bump this, I'm done with that. And if you have a desire for more knowing, yeah, lean into it. Absolutely. Check it out. Like, if you want to read more books, if you want to, check out more YouTube videos, if you want to sit more in the quiet, just say, you know what, Spirit, guide me to what I am to know right now. I often ask that questions. I will say that to my, I call them my beneficial spirit guides, what messages do you have for me today? And often that will lead me on a path of recognizing something that's already here that maybe I wasn't paying attention to. But see, that's a part of my ascension. That's a part of growing. Because even as much as I'm aware of things, sometimes I'm not, and I just need something like put in front of me. And I don't have to make it hard. I can make it easy. I can simply ask God, what message is there for me to know? This song is called Soul Saving. So we get to, save our own soul. And another thing I'm noticing as I'm ascending is I'm just having more compassion for people. Even people who I'm gonna say, like, maybe in a particular moment, they're not being very nice or whatever. I'm just finding myself just having more compassion, just recognizing that most everybody may be, they might have a little bit of something that they're growing through. They may have had, before they dealt with me in that moment, maybe they had some type of experience. So I'm forgiving behaviors because I'm knowing the truth of the person. Yeah. Now, I say that and it's interesting because we had watched this person on TikTok, Instagram somewhere, and they did something on zodiac signs, and I happen to be a Pisces, and one of the little statements they made was, oh, I forgive you, but I'm done with you. And I laughed about that because I was like, man, is that true? And it was like, okay, I do forgive, and there is an aspect of being done, but it's not like, oh, I won't ever talk to you again. For me, I'm done, and like, I won't give you that opportunity to hurt me like that anymore. Like, there won't be that type of relationship where there's that space for you to, come and stomp on my heart. I'm still gonna love you. I'm still gonna be kind to you, because you're an aspect of me, we're all an aspect of God. We're all an aspect of Creator Source, so. But I'm gonna do it, in a way where I have like some nice little, boundaries of love, some nice little there's anything that you're passionate about, now with all of the wonderful transformation that's happening on the earth, now is a great time to give those things that you love lots of energy. It's a great time to like feed your soul. It's a great time to feed your passions, you know. This would be it because as you feed your passions, it's like you fill yourself up more with the beliefs about you, knowing the good of you, knowing the joy of you, knowing the wholeness of you. And when we have more of that, you know, we move in a certain kind of way. We move with a confidence, not with an arrogance. We move with the confidence.
Hear the drum and bass so good, yeah, it's a funky reggae pie.
This is a good vibe, which is what everything is always supposed to be about. That's why I like playing house music, because to me it just always puts me in a loving, wonderful, awesome space.
Pure good vibes. Pure good vibes.
Pure good vibes.
Make me feel alive.
And as I'm awakening more to my full self, I mean, I'm understanding life more. I'm understanding that, you know, it's not a tit for tat. What I'm understanding is, as I see more good and I allow more joy to be a part of my experience, I mean, then it's out there to the left, it's out there to the right, it's out there in front of me, you know. I open my purse, it's in my purse, you know. Joy might be, you know, my favorite lipstick in someone. But the idea is I'm embodying more of what I want to experience. That's what it's about. You get to do that. You get to embody more of what you want to experience. Actually, you get to notice more of what's already there, because remember, it's always already there. It's always already there. It's just about where's your focus, where's your attention. Are you able to see it, you know? What revelations are you having? I'm having a lot of revelations, like a bunch. And the biggest thing is that for as long as I'm choosing to be in this body, I want to live for God. I want to live in love. I want to live in joy. I want to live remembering that there is beauty here, not just for me, but for all of us. And the more of us who recognize that, and the more of us who come together and speak on that, you know, it takes a more shape than the other energies, you know. Because the other energies do exist, but they don't have to have, you know, they don't have to run us or anything like that. You know, and the other thing is, like, you know, my spidey senses, or if you're feeling like, man, there's something going on, like, give yourself some grace in processing your emotions. Give yourself, you know, some ease in what you're looking at, because it's okay, you know. Remember, like I said, it may not be instant. You know, your ascension is a process. There may be a major life event. You know, for some people, there's a major life event. They don't have a choice but to ascend and stay in the body, you know, or they might ascend out of the body. And sometimes it's just a series of small things, small awarenesses, small occurrences, small moments, and then you look back. Okay, Spirit, I see how you moved me through that. I see what I was supposed to get from that. And now I see how I'm supposed to be different. So, I don't know that I eat my Wheaties enough in order to take an instant. I'm doing a little bit better with something gradual, something more easy. But if anybody, you know, just have that instant, you know, you want to share and tell me about it, please do. I would love to hear. I would love to hear. I would love to hear. Because it's always just about feeling good. It's always just about remembering, you know, that God loves us. You know, Spirit loves us. That who we are is more than enough. That there's nothing that we can do to stop God from loving us, you know. So write down how I feel and all of my imaginings. It's really serving as a point of power for me, and it's also serving as a point of peace. Ooh, ascending, growing higher in our spiritual awareness and awakening is a point of peace, and it's a point of power. Yeah. You know, it's like we get to be curious. We don't have to just, oh, this is what I know and that's it. No. If it's something on you calling you to ask even a question, that means there's a desire for you to know, and you know, you get to see about that. I'm finding myself, you know, loving the times where I'm getting to, you know, sit outside more, be outside or walk outside. I'm giving energy to, you know, noticing the trees, you know, the clouds. Ooh, the clouds are powerful. Damn. You may not believe as I believe that some, you know, there's some stuff up there with them clouds, you know, might be some ships. If you haven't thought about it, you can always DM me. And I want to scare you about it tonight. You know, but in general, the clouds are really, really beautiful, you know. So we're being pulled higher. We're being pulled to connect fully with the light of us, the beauty of us. You know, we're given an opportunity to say, yeah, some things going on in the world, but I'm going to give my energy to remembering the beauty. You know, and I want a deeper relationship with myself. I want a deeper relationship with what I call my source. And that's what I'm getting ready to allow to happen. That's it.
There might be I'm crazy, but I know now I won't be taking daily basis on down. Been away from here, running scars like it, rushing God's next cause nobody knows. The sweat always keeps me at
When I was talking about my good old faithful, you know, remember I said like it could be a thought. I'm thinking about, you know, I have a what is it, a blanket, roll or whatever, and like I'm almost, what was that, lioness, you know, take that thing everywhere, but really just around the house, you know. But I could go for, you know, it could just be a thought, or those things that bring us comfort. As long as it's comfort that you know, that supports our true being, not comfort that's comfortable where we don't allow ourselves to grow. That's not what I'm talking about. Because, you know, as we are moving higher, we might shift some things. Like I said, something like, you know, it's okay to hold on to the idea of I love God and a sin. Okay? It's okay to hold on to the idea of I love my family and a sin. You know, it's okay to hold on to the idea of I want to grow. Even if you don't know how, just put it out there. I want to grow. I want to be nicer. You know what I'm saying? I want to have better, more loving experiences. Put it out there. I love journaling because I like to freestyle, and then, you know, I'm also a poet. So then sometimes, you know, I get to create little ditties, or sometimes I'll just have a statement will come in. It's just like I get to sit and ponder on it for a minute. You know, so my spirituality for me, it's a huge part of, you know, my expression. It's a huge part of my life. You know, I see myself as a soul first, and then, you know, I'm all those other attributes, you know, human, somebody who identifies as female, blah, 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 you know, brown, sovereign, indigenous, you know, smart, goofy, somebody's mama, somebody's wife, somebody's friend, somebody's wedding officiant, somebody's coordinator. somebody's tech team member, somebody's neighbor, somebody's fellow driver on the road, somebody's gym mate. Ooh, okay, so of course I care. So I'm just so proud of myself. I counted up. I think I told my family. Yeah, I have been really consistent. You know, with going and taking care of my body. So I'm so proud of myself. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back for that because you know I had to get myself back into it. You know, that's part of my. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got me a jar. I go be just a jar. Thank you so much. I had to get back into remembering that my body is also worth taking care of, as well as my mind, as well as my spirituality. You know, so I identify as a soul, but I would prefer to be a soul in a body on this earth in the plane. Okay? So that's why I'm giving myself some energy. I'm taking care of me. You know, and I got my water. Like, let's take a sip. I don't know where my other water was. So as you see yourself growing, like, what's something that you're noticing that you're liking about you? What are you saying? Like, ooh, is there something like you just cannot tolerate anymore? You know, and it might be like, man, you know, I just can't take disrespect. Or people disrespecting other people. I know a lot of people now, it's like if they see something, they will stand in. You know, I've seen a lot of things in public when someone sees someone being just like, they have a low tolerance, you know, and I'm getting it. Is there anything that you feel like, you know, I can't take it anymore, you know? Or maybe like, you know, I can't walk around, you know, my house without house shoes anymore. No, look, if I can lift my leg up all the way that high, I got my house shoes on. I was always that kid that walked on my tiptoes when I was younger. I used to love to walk on my tiptoes. And I think I did that probably well into my 20s or something when I got around people, you know, when I went to college and they were like, why do you do that? And I was like, why do I do what? You know, I didn't realize I had some really strong ankles. Now I do that tiptoe walk, you know, when I'm just trying to be funny or, you know, trying to re-strengthen those ankles. So you gotta ascend. You gotta allow yourself to grow spiritually. You gotta look at those behaviors or whatever that, you know, they don't make you feel good. You know, they're not making anybody else feel good. And you kind of say, I don't need those anymore. I want to live my absolute fullest, my brightest, my best, you know. So I'm going to go higher in my consciousness, higher in my awareness. Yeah. This is rainbow. Rainbow. Rainbows are just happy, right? Whenever you see them, I know whenever I see them. Oh, I remember not too long ago I saw a double rainbow. I was like, yeah. Walking outside, taking a few deep breaths, you know. And remember, in the quiet too, just asking yourself or just saying to your spirit, your source, your creator, you know, what is it for me to know? In this moment, you know, what is it for me to know? I had something happen very recently where, I don't know, I felt a little off, you know, and I couldn't pinpoint it to what particular thing, you know. I felt like kind of irritated. And I was like, you know, and I just got really quiet because I was around people. You know, I took a couple of breaths and I was like, okay, Tara, what's going on here? You know, and I was able to pinpoint that, you know, I felt some kind of, you know, slight or whatever. And I was like, once I was able to identify, then I was able to move past it and recognize that it wasn't what I thought it was. See, our egos will have us, you know, that is where the delusion is. Our egos will have us delusional and thinking there's all this harm, this hate, this whatever coming against us. And really we're right here for spirit to simply allow us to be loved and to love. That's it. That's it. You know, I'm always talking, just blast love. Right now in this moment, I'm even just blasting love to every name I see on the screen, blasting love to every entity that's around me, blasting love to all of my neighbors, blasting love across the ocean. Just blasting love. Yeah, just do that. Just fill your body up with that. Ooh, I can just feel my body get lighter. She's saying this part of something about finding her way to you. Like sometimes we got to find our way to ourselves, you know. If you kind of sort of, you know, gotten caught up in the world, always going to encourage us to come back to ourselves, to spend some time with spirit, spend some time filling ourselves up with love. I had that happen recently. Look, I needed me a little hug, and nobody was around to give me the hug, you know. And I could, you know, I had a moment. I was like, but then I was like, hey, God is right here. You're always healed. You're always protected. So I was like, you're okay, girl. You're okay. And what's really real is it's already worked out. Everything is good. You know, the universe is conspiring for you to experience your wholeness, for you to experience your fullness, for you to ascend and having a high awareness of all the good that is yours, all the joy that is yours. Like, that is what is real. That is what is real. You know that part where it says a cattle upon 1,000 hills? Yeah, dude. That's our prosperity. That's our wholeness. That's our joy. That's everything. So what are you being called to do in your heart? What are you being called to allow, you know, to be more of your greatest yet to be more as you know that spirit is calling you to do? I don't know, for somebody maybe you should get on a particular board or group or something, you know, at your church or religious organization. Oh man, I got to volunteer. Well, you might. And you'd be surprised, you know, how much joy volunteering might bring you if you do it with the right energy. You know, don't do anything out of obligation because you want to come with, you know, a love. I find that when I come with things, you know, with love and a tenderness and a curiosity and a service energy as opposed to I got to, man, so much better of an experience. And people can, a lot of times, you know, tell when you're doing something out of obligation for them. Well, that's not really how we want to be. Remember, it's all about ascending, recognizing who we are in spirit, and recognizing that we are the same qualities as spirit, as God. So we're going to be that harmony. We're going to be that light. We're going to allow grace. Infinite intelligence is ours. So whether you are ascending because you've had a big life event and you feel like, woo, or like I said, you're kind of noticing small things, changes in relationships, your intuition is right there. False ideas and things are kind of crumbling. Either way, it's all for you to have. And we want you to have it and we want you to honor it. Just honor it. Whatever you are experiencing or expressing, just honor it, you know. If you feel like, you know, like I was just saying, somebody doesn't love me, give yourself that hug, you know. Write yourself that love note. Look at yourself in the mirror and see and some of the meanest, honorest people I've ever met. I have, have been able to say something kind about a baby. So you get to look at yourself in the mirror as that baby, as that new baby, that easy baby. You get to give yourself love. You get to say something nice to you. Because you are growing, expanding, and moving. That's what we're doing. We're becoming more aware of who we really are. We are not, as they say, these meat suits. We are souls. And we are souls, and these meat suits are a part of our expression, but it's not the all of who we are. We want to take care of the internal, so then that can have a positive impact on the external. We're rising above false ideas, false thoughts. We're rising above egoic things, and we're allowing ourselves to land softly and tenderly in spirit, always held in grace. Interesting. This song is tough. Yeah. And remember, once you have that epiphany, once you realize, that harmony can be yours, once you realize it's not all bad, you don't have to go back to those false ideas, You get to stay on the high watch. You get to stay in that space. Have you heard of the observer effect? That because we're looking at things, the things that we look at change. So yeah, take a moment, just right now in this second, just for like a moment, just think about whatever easy thing you experienced today, whatever positive thing that you experienced today, that you got up, that you had a nice conversation, that you laughed with somebody, that you drove in your car, that you worked out, or that you had some good meals, that you were able to go to physical therapy, that you got a good report at the doctor, that you loved on your children before you sent them off to school. There's always something positive that has occurred in your experience. And so whenever you kind of fall away from that, just come back to it. Yeah, there are going to be people who irritated you too, but they don't have to have the power. Don't give them the power. Oh my goodness, I had, like I said, I do weddings, and someone posted a very unkind, those internet trolls, unkind thing, and I didn't get mad, I just said something about, you can keep that energy to yourself. It's all about love up in here, and we bless you. And that person, they can take it or not, but I'm not going to let anybody, shift me from what I know I'm about, and what my message is about. So I invite you to do the same. You're ascending. You're moving past your ego, and you're allowing yourself to remember that you're a wonderful soul and spirit, and there's all joy about you, all good about you, all high life, loving things about you. Hey, Susie. and as we are, I call them, the ascension symptoms. Like I said, I'm very sensitive. And so I am having to, and make sure that I'm working on myself first before I go blah on somebody. Because there's a lot of sensitivity going on, So I'm filling myself up with, with good water, good hydration, some good food, some good fruit. Ooh, I had some, probably with my nephew's fruit or whatever. I ate the leftovers. Good berries. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of writing to just make me be like, okay. Those are my things for me. I don't know what you do for you to help you feel better. But those are the things that I have to help me to feel better. Look at that, finding the love within. Because that's first, right? If we can't love ourselves, then you know what I'm saying? We can't love nobody else. So I just invite you to accept that it's alright to become more awake and aware. You don't necessarily have to join an ashram unless you want to. I had somebody call me a religious zealot. I hollered. I thought that was funny.
What you want to do for love?
Like, hey, I got a purpose and a being for living.
What you want me to love?
Is it a zealot because I love God? Is it a zealot because I love God? Is it a zealot because I love myself? Is it a zealot because I seek to support community and people expressing themselves in all the ways that they want to express themselves? Call me a zealot then. Hashtag zealot. When I had started on one aspect of my spiritual journey, because there are levels to this thing. But it was a weird time. It was just like I wasn't connecting or clicking with anybody. And I was starting to feel like, something was wrong with me. But I did have enough wherewithal to spend more time in prayer and meditation and just recognize, it's just shit. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. God's got you. That's what it always comes back to me. No matter what, God's got you. No matter what. And I can attest, I'm a grown person, I have had, crying nights or whatever. And I have ascended into remembering Spirit. Spirit is my source. God is my all in each and everything, in all ways. So I don't have to worry about anything. And that's the thing I'm working with myself on. Okay, I can seek to have a plan and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Give it to God. Yeah. Give it to God. Okay, that's not a part of the song. I couldn't help myself. Give it to God. Give it to God. So, how are you finding yourself ascending? How are you finding yourself growing more into your greatest yet to be? How are you finding yourself like, oh, I know some things are happening in this world, but I'm staying grounded. How are you grounding yourself? What does that look like for you? I've just been appreciating knowing that I can be called for higher those of us who've had children, you know, don't we want them to grow, to learn, to know more, to expand, to embody many of the teachings that we sought to share with them? That's how it is for us now. We get an opportunity to embody all of spirit. We get a chance to rise up in our soul. Remember I said I see the colors around me. I know that there is more of me to express. So that's not just for me, that's for all of us. I think in my meditation, it might have been yesterday, it was I can't remember. I don't know what day it was, but it was I am free. You know, ascending brings you freedom. It brings a knowingness of everything is taken care of in God. That it's all easy. That it's all well. Yes. Are you spiritually awake? Yes, I'm spiritually awake. I'm looking at the words on my shirt backwards, and it's a rattan. Or rattan. Natural. Speaking of my hair. And then also, it can be speaking of, you know, this process of growing and evolving. It's natural. It's just something that happens for all of us in some way, you know, or another. Sometimes whether we recognize it or not. I like this song. This is a song I can sit and listen to. And just be quiet. Remember I talked about asking to get those messages from spirit? Just ask to be available so that you know what you know, what you know, what you're hearing from within. Yes. So ascend. Like say to yourself, I ascend, I ascend, I ascend, I ascend. I'm giving myself permission to be all that I can be. I'm giving myself permission to hear what I'm hearing and follow spirit and trust that I will be led where I'm supposed to be led. Woo. Oh, yes. We have trust that we can ascend. Right. That's right. We have to trust, yeah. That we can ascend. Exactly. That we are moving beyond the false ideas, the old ideas, the harming beliefs. You know, the beliefs that make us feel small. Like I said, you know, I was like I had a moment I had to move myself through it, you know. Kiss myself. You know, love on me. The same way I would love on, you know, my nephews or my daughter. That's right. We have to trust. your spidey senses, and you have a desire for a deeper spiritual connection, and you have a desire for just more understanding of life, all of this is going on. Are you being gentle with yourself? Gentle. That's what I tell a nephew when he's what he calls himself petting the dog. I'm like, baby, be gentle. Be gentle. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna have a mark from hitting on my own arm, mimicking him. So like I was saying, we don't have to leave this earth in order to have a better soul experience. We can stay in our bodies and we can connect to the truth of us and accept that we can move to higher and greater things. We can have what we aspire to. We have to accept that we deserve it. So we deserve the good living. We deserve wonderful, healthy foods. We deserve safe neighborhoods. We deserve, environments free from toxins. We deserve kindness. We deserve respect. Yeah. Yeah, this song. So, yeah. I want you to try to just listen to this and just sort of think about your ascension being an easy, wonderful process. It's almost like from A to B. You see yourself maybe as maybe not your full self, but just allow yourself to feel like it's all easy. It's all easy. I'm releasing things that I don't need anymore. I'm coming into more of the truth of me. I'm having more love surrounding me. I'm giving myself more love. I'm expressing more kindness in the universe. I'm receiving more prosperity and more kindness. I'm having greater relationships. The cells in my body temple are all light. I'm experiencing radiant, radical health in ways I never had before. My vision is amazing. Yes, this is your ascension song. Our changes and our growth, they don't have to hurt. They don't have to hurt. It can actually, okay. All right. I've mastered that. I'm ready to move on. What you got for me, God? What you got for me, Soul? What you got for me, Creator? We get to come into ideas that are more loving and have a more powerful purpose of bringing things together and bringing harmony as opposed to bringing dissension and upset, even to yourself. Stop that. Creation responds to our feelings. I feel my new reality. Yes. Wholeness and expansion. Yes. Yes. Come on up higher.
How does
yourself to move and grow. Just move and grow. Doesn't have to hurt. Just let it be good for you.